Welcome back to the channel. I am Jonathan, I am your host here at QuickBird Gaming, and I really appreciate you stopping by to join me for another video. So, in today's video, we're going back to Collections 101, which is a personal favorite series of mine, where we walk through finding collectibles in some of our favorite games. In this case, we're going back to Fallout 4. We're going to be looking at another set of skill magazine with a perk in them. This time, the Tesla Science magazine. Now, this is a pretty good set. It's a set of 9 skill magazines that's scattered around the Commonwealth. I think it's a pretty good set. Each magazine will give you plus 5% critical damage bonus to all of your energy weapons, so your laser and plasma. I don't know if gamma weapons are affected by this, the radiation weapons, but lasers and plasma for sure are. Because this is like a lot of the magazines in the game, the numbers on the covers are not very well defined, and some of them don't have numbers. I'm going to be covering these in the order they appear in the game's editing files. So, but I will go over all 9 of them. I'm not as big a fan of this set as I am of Guns and Bullets, the equivalent for ballistic weapons, for a couple reasons. One, I think you're going to get access, the player's going to get access to more powerful ballistic weapons earlier in the game than they are energy weapons. I think the more powerful energy weapons come much later, so you don't get as much long-term benefit out of it. 2, there are only 9 of them, so your total potential damage bonus is plus 45% to your critical damage, as opposed to 50 with Guns and Bullets. And third, the real reason is that 2 of the magazines are quest-gated behind, you have to do certain quests to get them. And I'm going to put a star on that, which I'll cover as I get into it. As always, if you like this content, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel. If you have a game you'd like to see featured in Collections 101, please leave a comment down below, and I will see what I can do in the near future. With that said, we're locked and loaded, so let's go get us some energy perks. The first issue we'll discuss is at ArcJet Systems. This is on the western side of the map, a little west of downtown Cambridge. This is one of the issues that's quest-gated. You need to be on the quest. I think it's Call to Arms with Paladin Dance to help him retrieve something from this building. Until then, I don't believe you can access past the first room in the building. Once you do, you get to this room that I'm showing here, you fight a bunch of synths, and then it's a very linear path. The magazine's easy to find. The second issue of Tesla Science is at the General Atomics factory. It's on the east side of the map, a little southeast of downtown Boston. This one's pretty easy too. There are a few robots in here. It's actually harder if you've advanced the Automatron quest, because the robot resistance can be more difficult, but you don't have to go all the way into the building, and the magazine is pretty easy to get.
With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to take me to government land.
Nice.
The third issue is found at the Rocky Cave in the furthest corner of the glowing sea. It's a long hike to get there, but there's no resistance. Unless you walk in there and start shooting at Virgil, which would be dumb considering the game considers him an essential NPC and therefore unkillable.
There we go.
The fourth issue of Tesla Science is found at the Mahkra Fishpacking plant all the way in the most extreme northeast corner of the map. Now when you get here, you'll see a bunch of dead raiders out front, most likely, and there are some frag mines on the floor of the first room, but the real threat is this place is overrun with synths. And if you are not on good terms with the Institute, meaning the synths will be friendly if you are, getting in here can be a pain. It is a long, deep building. The Tesla Science magazine is at the very bottom of it. So if you can afford to put this one off until you're on friendly terms with the Institute, I advise doing so.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Operating at full capacity.
There we go.
The fifth issue we'll discuss is found at the top of the Mass Fusion building. It's actually the Mass Fusion Executive Suite is the separate map marker. It becomes available late in the Brotherhood or Institute quest. You'll need to walk into this room, find a key card, use it to take the elevator down to the area below this level. Now, I said this was what the magazine I said put a asterisk on in terms of being quest gated. Normally, this password, and this card are not available until you're on this quest. So you need to be on this quest to do this. I'm with the Brotherhood this time, so I'll be fighting synths when I go down. It'd be the other way around if you're doing the Institute. From what I understand, this is why the asterisk, you can access this area with the jetpack in your power armor. I do not know if the magazine actually spawns if you come into the area that method. Maybe somebody who's tried it and can confirm can let us know down below. Because getting a jetpack in your armor, unless you happen to find one, which I don't even know if they spawn, it requires a heavy investment in Armorsmith and in science, so a lot of players will not get it until they're high level. So this, coming on the quest, is probably the most reliable way to get access to this magazine, hence me saying it was locked behind a quest. I have to fight a bunch of synths right here. As soon as I've done that, I'll show you the way to the magazine.
Bingo.
Issue number 6 is found at Cedric Hall in University Point. It's on the east side of the map, a little southeast of downtown Boston. There is synth resistance through the whole area, but it's relatively light. A lot of it can be avoided, and the magazine is pretty easy to find. Tesla Science number 7 is found at HalluciGen Inc. It's in downtown Boston. Inside you'll find a whole bunch of gunners who are going crazy from the hallucinogenic gas inside the building. They're all fighting each other. They will fight you too, but fortunately you don't have to go all the way into the building to find the magazine.
Huh?
Repeat. A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately.
There we go.
The 8th issue is found at Poseidon Energy in the far southeast corner of the map. This is also the same location the Endurance bobblehead is located. Now, the most significant thing about this magazine, getting to it, is that unless you can lockpick at a master level to come through the door I just came through, I'm coming back through, I've cleared the place, you will have to come in through the sewer entrance on the south side, fight your way through the flooded basement area, which is full of leveled mirelurks and security robots and turrets. This area has a whole lot of raiders, both at this level and up on the catwalks above, one of which is in power armor, some of which they will also carry leveled weapons, leveled with the player. So it's a fairly significant fight to get here. But once you've cleared the place out, you can walk up onto the catwalk, and there's one of the central rooms. There's an area with a makeshift throne where one of the raiders had dreams of glory, at least until you showed up.
Bingo.
The final issue of Tesla Science is found at Reeb Marina on the east side of the map. There's an interesting backstory in the computer terminals in this location, but no fighting is required. Just say hi to the Mr. Handies.
There we go.
And there you have it. 9 issues of Tesla Science magazine and plus 45% critical energy damage, right for your taking. I hope this video has been a little informative or entertaining, or maybe you've just enjoyed tooling around some old familiar sites in the Commonwealth and getting a little nostalgia kick. Maybe you're ready to go start your own run. Either way, as always, I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate all of your support, and thank you for that. In the meantime, I'm going to get back to work, making some more Collections 101 videos and, some other content as I can manage it. In the meantime, you all take care. I will see you in the next one. You all stay gaming.